Hello and good morning. This is Sandy with Sandy's Organized Chaos, and this is my 54th vlog, so welcome back. I have some Bubbly the Witch's brews I have to get done today, so I'm going to be doing that with you guys. Some of you may remember that tutorial from last year, last October. I do believe it's when I posted it. If not, I'll put it up here for you guys to tap on it if you want to check it out. Now, I think I have three. Yes, I have three of them that I have to do. So I already got the beginning portion all done. I'll show you guys. We'll do it together. But now I have to do the bubbly part, and I'm going to be doing three of them at once. So I'm a little nervous. You know, you got to mix it up, get those drips going, and then put the half pearls on. So three of them at once, and they're big guys. They're 30-ounce skinnies. So that's a lot of bubbles. That's probably going to take me a good 45 minutes to do three of them. So I'm going to be using my airheads to hold my tumblers. I'm using my airheads. I have a little video to show you guys how I put them in my tumbler. They're so sparkly. I bought 10 of them. They're so sparkly. They match my cup a little bit. But yeah, so I have all these I have to do. Get the drips on, but these wands are pretty awesome for weird shapes like this, because I know sometimes my plungers are difficult to get in there and it makes it really long, and then sometimes it doesn't want to push all the way down. So I know that this is nice and straight. It'll be good to go on my turner. So like I said, I have a little video to kind of show you guys. I'm not affiliated with them. I just thought they were really cool and stuff, but I'll put their link in the description below if you guys don't remember me talking about them on another vlog. So we have a lot of work to do, so I'm not gonna talk to you guys too much this morning. I don't have a coffee out here, but I made this. I'm not drinking out of it, but I made this. I'll just use this for this morning. Has my pastel colors and stuff on it, and then I did like a spray over it and stuff. Anyways, all right, I have this, okay, and I'm ready to wake, prep, and slay all day. Let's do this. Yes, 3. But I already have them all started, and I had to sand a couple of them, but we can get their decals on at least. Let me grab my little thing here. Okay, so I didn't even weed them yet. Maybe I should weed them real quick. Maybe I should weed all the names real quick. Let me do that. Okay, I think it's time for me to get a new blade. It seemed like all those were kind of hard to weed out. Although it really feels like sometimes, especially because I use a Cricut, sometimes it seems like I have to cut all of these on a different setting than what's specified, because it just seems like they just don't cut properly. I don't know, do you guys have that issue too? Like these kind of stuff, I have to cut almost on cardstock for it to cut properly. Maybe I just need a new blade. I don't know. But it can be difficult, I'm just saying. All right, now I got those all weeded out. I get them put on the tumblers here. Get my transfer tape. Now these are screw top lids that I'm using for my skinnies. I still have a bunch of them left, so I'm still using these, the old ones from the Stainless Depot company. But I have all these old lids that I just put on there, so I know which way's the front and the back. So the name's gonna go on the back and the decal on the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this first one on here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the little decal soaking up here. I'm using a different bowl today. I'm using a little an old kids cereal bowl here. All right, now I'm just gonna get that lined up. It's always so difficult to do it like that. I gotta stand it up. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't want to mess it up. Get that lined up. Now with these, I kind of like to bring them down a little bit further because obviously we're gonna be doing the drips up here. So you want enough space to be able to do the drips and all that, but still have the personalization on there. Get it all down. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna save this. This can be reused. Put it on my next decal in line here. I'm gonna turn that around and this will be the front, and I would like to try to make sure my decal lines up around the same area as the name. So my little decal here, get that on. Okay, make sure it's straight, make sure it, yep, I like that. Okay, now I just gotta make sure it's straight. And I like to kind of just look, scoot over just a little bit. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna set it down on its bottom just to verify everything's all lined up. There we go. Okay. I like to get it started with my little squeegee. Make sure it stays put. Just like that. And then I come through and wipe it all off. Press it down really good. Make sure I get all that water out of there. There we go. I know this may be a little bit different from the tutorial that I showed you guys last year when I made these. I glued the beads to it and then I put the epoxy over it and everything like that, but I found it's easy to do it this way as well. You don't have to glue them down first. You can just add them after you add your epoxy. So, you know, sometimes I'll even come through while this coat of epoxy is wet, and I'll go ahead and attach the half pearls straight to the wet epoxy, which is also very helpful, so you don't have to use any type of glue to get your pearls down onto your tumbler too. But I didn't do that with these ones this round. I'm just gonna add them after I add the epoxy. All right, the first one done. I'm gonna go ahead and do up the rest of these. All right, now I got 3, oh, the baby's up. I got 3 Bubbly Witches brews ready for their bubbles. So there we go. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys how I use, because I got Airheads, the Airhead ones. Have you guys heard of those? I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to check them out. But it's an inflatable wand, and I'm going to use that on these big 30 ounces. It makes it so much easier. It's not going anywhere, not doing anything, and it inflates inside of there. So I wanted to show you how I inflate mine into it. So I'm going to take, sorry, don't mind the mess. My husband does RC cars and stuff, so that's kind of all over the place on the other side of my garage here. One side's my half, one side's his half. So I'm going to take my wand, took the little cap thing off, and he has an air compressor here that I just kind of load up with some air when I know I'm going to need to use it. If not, you can use a bicycle pump, anything like that. But I take it, hopefully, let me get this angle a little bit better. Here we go. And I set my tumbler flat on the ground, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to inflate it. I'm going to try to stick it down halfway into my tumbler. So I'm going to make sure this piece is below the rim here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start inflating it. Once it's inflated, I kind of adjust it before I inflate it all the way, just to make sure it's level in there. I'm just gonna zhuzh it around a little bit. Okay, make sure it's nice and straight. And then just inflate it more until it gets in there nice and sturdy. And there you go. And then you can just kind of adjust it from there to make sure it's in there nice and straight. And that's my Airhead wands. Now these tumblers are big enough, you don't want it like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and deflate this one and re-inflate it. So just to deflate it, you just have to press something in there. I'm just gonna use the nozzle, kind of deflate it a little bit. There we go. All right, so it's deflated a little bit and I'm gonna push it back down in there better. Make sure it's kind of adjusted and then re-inflate. There we go, perfect. And that's how I want it, because I want to do those drips and I don't want anything to get on there. You could put some tape around it to make sure nothing gets on there, but the way I do my drips, it's not going to get down in there anyways, so I'm not too concerned about it. But you definitely don't want epoxy to get up on there, but if you do it right, it should be just fine. There we go. All right, I have 1 pump each, which is 1 ounce each of my Alumilite here. I don't think that's going to be enough. I don't know, I might have to, maybe I should just go ahead and do another pump. Okay, I'm gonna do another pump. I'd rather have too much than not enough. You know what I mean? Okay. But I'm gonna put some purple mica powder in there, and I'm gonna put some pearlescent mica powder in there as well, micro pearl. I got this from Michael's, and I got this from Mr. Nola's Glitter. I don't know if they sell mica powders individually, but this came in one of their Wonderlust boxes that I had gotten from them, and I like the color, so I'm gonna use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some of that in, and I'm gonna stir it up really quick. Okay, this is what I put in so far. I really like that color. I just want to darken it up just a little bit more, I think. But I do think I added enough of the white. The reason why I add the white is because I wanted it this lavender color, and it kind of really does that for me with the extra opal in there. It gives just a little bit more character to it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of the purple. Yes, I know, I need a new, new stick here. That one's getting kind of gloopy. It's all good though. I used my big Betty Crocker stir stick to mix it the first round. Now I can just use this to kind of do this with it. So, all right, let me see. I really like that color. I think that's what we're sticking with there. I like that. Now, typically on my Bubbly Witches brews, I would color the drips with my alcohol inks and stuff like that, but I learned this is a little bit easier, and I think it looks pretty cool. So I like to color the epoxy before I apply it. All right, I think I like that color. It has a nice, you can't see through it too much. So I think we're gonna roll with that. All right, now's the wait game. I'm not gonna make you guys stick around and wait, so I'll come back whenever this is ready to be applied. We're ready to do the drips. The consistency is good. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. You're at that moment where it's like you gotta work quick, especially if you're doing multiples. So all I'm gonna do, put a little bit on my spatula, clean off one side, come through and just make a giant mess like that, okay? Let me get a baby wipe. Oh my goodness, cleaned it up. But that's all I'm gonna do. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of these while I have my moment here. It goes from 0 to 100 with this stuff real quick. So I'm gonna get this done. Okay, so now I have them on my turner. I like to do that to kind of flatten it out, because the way that I put the little half pearls on, you want it to look more like a bubbly brew coming out the top. You don't really want it to look so much like drips that you would typically do. So that's why it's okay if they kind of flatten out and do their thing. You want it to look like that, because by the time we put the pearls on, it'll really kind of add to that look that we're after with these. So now is the process of applying all these little half pearls into my epoxy. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna speed up the process here, but you guys know this is gonna take an eternity, so so I'm gonna go ahead and get this done real quick. Okay. Okay. I don't know how long that took me. It felt like forever. So what I like to do is I come through and I add my bigger pearls first. Then I come through and add the next size down of the pearl, and then the other next size down, and then I save the mini teeny tiny pearls for last. So these are the biggest pearls, these big ones. I'll put those down. Let me see here. Then I come through and I take the next biggest one. Of course I can't find one. They're about this big. And then I place those down and I just go from there. But these little teeny mini ones I can't do with my fingers. They're too small. So I'm gonna come through with my little jewel picker. And then that's how I place those on there, because I don't want to touch the epoxy. With these bigger ones, it's really simple to not touch the epoxy. Here, I'll add one with you guys. Let's see, where can I add this one? Probably on here, so that way you guys can see me do it, or I don't know if you guys can see me do it over here. Let's see. See, I just plop it down, push it down with my finger without touching the epoxy, and there we go. So now I just have to finish layering this up with the smaller beads, and then they'll be kind of done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. I have a bunch of little epoxy trays. I know you guys seen it over there, and all I do is I just take my little jewel picker, put a bunch of little beads in here, and do it that way. And then I just take it and plop it right down, and that's all I do. In about probably an hour or so, I'm going to take them off the turners because they're still a little drippy. I had to have enough time to be able to get my beads on. That's why I left it just a little bit drippier than usual. But in about 45 minutes to an hour or so, I'm going to take it off the turner and I'm going to stand them up straight. And then this epoxy will continue to kind of drape over the pearls, just giving it just a little bit more character to it, make them look even more inset, and make it look like foam shooting out the top of the tumblers here. So here they are. Like I said, in about an hour, I'll take those off and do that. Oh my goodness. This is probably the worst I've ever looked on here. Let me go straighten my hair out for a second. Oh my goodness, I can't even. Whatever, we're moving forward. You guys are used to me looking crazy, hot mess express over here. Yes, I'm still in my pajamas. That's because I spent all day, I did this before the kids got up. These are done. I mean, they're not done. I gotta give them another coat of epoxy to seal everything in. I do a full coat of epoxy, head to toe, and then they'll be good to go. So those are done. Yay. Anyways, but if you stuck around to the end here, because this was kind of a long one, thank you. Thank you for being here. If you stuck around to the end here, you'll know this next piece of information I'm about to give you. All weekend, Jeff and I have been doing a major restock in my glitter shop. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. Huge restock. We did 30 glitters altogether. It was a huge restock. All my pixie dust are back. Flamingo Sunshine's back. Cherry Bomb's back. What else is back? Silver Spur. Everything. There's only actually my whole shop's restocked except for two things. Maybe it's just better I explain it that way. The two things that are not restocked are Black Diamond and Magic, which Magic is a chaos color, flip-flops between two different colors. But those are the two colors that aren't restocked. Everything else is completely restocked. So get in there and get it while you can. Hopefully, hopefully there's some out there, because I did announce it in my VIP group for everybody earlier after I finally got done with everything. That's why I look a complete hot mess. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I did move on to my afternoon drink. This beauty, I've showed her off before on another vlog. This is from Joyful Tumblers, so I'm using this again today. I hadn't gotten any new ones in yet. I got a couple. I think I got another 2 more that are coming, and then I got to start buying again to make sure I have some for my vlogs and stuff to show off for you guys. But I have moved on to my afternoon drink. I'm sipping a margarita today. I gotta go in and give everybody a bath and all that stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.